गुड मॉर्निंग डैलस, गुड इवनिंग इंडिया, गुड इवनिंग हमारा दिल्ली बोलते हुए आप सबको प्रति संडे जैसे मैं इनवाइट करता हूं, आज भी इनवाइट कर रहा हूं अपने कार्यक्रम में एक्सप्लोर इंडिया या भारत अन्वेषण में आप सबका स्वागत है। आपका दोस्त, आपका आरजे, आपका आर के राजीव कुलकर्णी, वन मोर टाइम ऑन 5th of February 2023। आप सबको पता है आज एक स्पेशल गेस्ट है हमारे बीच में, उनके बारे में जरूर बात करेंगे हम। वो कौन है, वो क्या करते हैं, क्या कर रहे थे, और उनका हमारे जो देश, जो इंडिया में, इंडिया की बात कर रहा हूं, इंडिया में जो रेल मैनेजमेंट में क्या उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है और अभी तक है, उनके बारे में बात करेंगे। लेकिन सब कार्यक्रम में पहले हम भगवान को याद करते हैं, उसके बिना तो कार्यक्रम शुरू नहीं होएगा। चलिए भगवान को याद करते हुए ये कार्यक्रम शुरू करेंगे। स्वागत है आपको भारत अन्वेषण में।
मालिक तेरे बंदे हम, ऐसे हो हमारे करम, नीति पर चले और बदी से टले, ताकि हंसते हुए निकले दम। है मालिक तेरे बंदे हम।
ओके, भगवान को याद करना बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, क्योंकि उसके बिना कोई भी काम सीधा हो नहीं पाता है। चलिए आप सबको स्वागत करता हूं वन मोर टाइम, राजीव कुलकर्णी, आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट, आज के कार्यक्रम में एक्सप्लोर इंडिया या भारत अन्वेषण में 5th of February 2023। आपको ऑलरेडी पता चल गया होगा कि आज हमारे बीच में कौन वो चीफ गेस्ट है, लेकिन उनको इंट्रोडक्शन करने के पहले सबसे पहले जो है, मैं आप सबको बहुत बहुत अपने हृदय से धन्यवाद बोलना चाहता हूं और थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूं टू वॉच दिस प्रोग्राम, क्योंकि यू आर गिविंग 1 solid hour टू वॉच दिस प्रोग्राम। बाद में भी आप देख सकते हैं, क्योंकि यूट्यूब लिंक इज ऑलवेज अवेलेबल फॉर यू टू वॉच। एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल, दैट इज RK Melody। चलिए हमारे गेस्ट का थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्शन मैं करता हूँ. He is an electrical engineer from Delhi College of Engineering, a premium institute of Delhi University, who has done, and also he has done post graduation in management with specialization in marketing from Delhi. He has worked in corporates which has direct focus on rail segment companies, and also Bombardier Transportation, Mitsubishi Corporation, Crompton Greaves, and so on. After successfully leading Bombardier Transportation, he retired in April 2018 as a chief country representative या chief of Indian segment बोल सकते हैं, and also he became the director in the management board. One of the senior rail transportation industry personnel out of India who has been playing an active role in transforming rail transportation sector in India, liaising with government officials in defining policies for projects and placing India's rail industry on the global map. That is incredible, or that is commendable मैं बोल सकता हूँ. He is currently engaged to promote PPP in rail and metro segment and working as independent consultant to MNCs and Global Infrastructure Fund House. Ladies and gentlemen, ज़्यादा आपका टाइम नहीं लेते हुए उनको हम इनवाइट करेंगे. मिस्टर हर्ष डिंगरा is a management consultant, rail and metro right now, and he was a former chief country representative and director management board, Bombardier Transportation of India. Harsh, welcome to Bharat Anveshan Karyakram. How are you, sir, today?
Thank you, Rajiv. मुझे बुलाने के लिए आपका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद. Really, my pleasure to be with you. All well, enjoying the mild cold weather in Delhi today.
Mild cold weather, okay, that is good to know. तो अभी थोड़ा mild हो गया उधर अभी दिल्ली.
उधर mild हो गया because day temperature has already crossed 24-25. तो हमारे लिए तो mild है. आप लोगों के लिए summer के ला सकता है, but हमारे लिए mild है.
Yes, that is true. नहीं, in fact, I did hear that Delhi had pretty severe weather in terms of cold is concerned this year, and it is good to hear that it has come back into a little bit in a better situation. That's very nice. So,
Yes.
so how are you doing? Otherwise,
it was a severe cold. In fact, Delhi temperature was lower than the temperature in Shimla and Nainital.
That
so
is
all
true.
the people who used to go to Shimla and Nainital could see the cold weather in Delhi itself.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, I think in one of the show, I also joked about Delhi temperature. There was, you get these jokes, and some people have one of the joke was, if you want to, protect yourself from Delhi cold, you sit in the refrigerator because refrigerator temperature is little higher than the Delhi temperature. Karke.
Yes.
So anyways, but good that you are back into the normal situation.
Yeah.
So how is your Sunday treating? Is almost now coming to an end.
Yes, Sunday was good.
Okay.
Saturdays and Sunday weekends always are good in Delhi.
Very good, yeah.
And
good.
especially we had some rains in Delhi last week. So the weather atmosphere is also pollution free. Otherwise, Delhi, is highly polluted city in the world. So
that is true.
Last week has been good. So these 2 days, you had a good sunlight, and you can walk a lot. And especially on the weekends, if you can walk, it's good for you also.
That is good. चलिए, today's theme everybody knows, Indian Railways and development, and railways and the development of Indian Railways. तो वो थीम को डिस्कस करने के पहले हर्ष थोड़ा बहुत आपके बारे में बताइए. where were you born, where are you originally from, थोड़ा बहुत हमारे दर्शकों को पता चले.
Sure, Rajiv. I am born and brought up in Delhi.
Okay.
And as you have already mentioned, I did my engineering from Delhi itself. In fact, during my school days also, I was having this vision that I should do the engineering. That's why my focus that time was on the 3 main subjects. हमारे वक्त में physics, chemistry, maths used to be the famous subjects.
That
So
is
if you
true.
do well in these three, you are part of the engineering institute.
Yes, yes.
So if you have got a good PCM, you get into the engineering college. And I did electrical engineering from Delhi College, as you have mentioned. And post that, I didn't want to study further for masters or going for any government job because my keen interest was to go for the private job only. So I started my professional career as an engineer in 1982. And then I continued in 3, 4 companies. My longest stint was in Crompton, Greece. That is from 91 to 2007. 2007. That is about 16 years. So 4 companies I have worked, and formally I took early retirement somewhere in 2017 because
Wow.
I decided that I should not continue till the age of 60, which is the normal retirement age in India. And my target was to retire at the age of 55, which I did, and shocked many people in India, including my family, that I'm taking early retirement. So intent was to do something different from what you have been doing as a regular job.
Correct.
And for the last about 4 years plus now, I am working as a consultant and enjoying my life.
Excellent. I
That's
mean,
what
that,
I did. Yeah.
yes, that is the best thing to do because you should enjoy in what you're doing. And,
Yes.
of course, your passion, gets in that, nothing like that. Sone pe suhaga jaise hum bolte hain. And, that is definitely, and I can see that from the beginning. Just darshakon ko bataएं, myself and Harsh, we know each other for the last 30 plus years in engineering professional field itself. And I'm a great follower of Harsh from his career perspective, and also, he has been a very great, how do I say, senior or little elder in terms of teaching, certain engineering activities. मैं बोल सकता हूँ semiconductor में basically, and we were very bonded in that particular field and learnt a lot from him as and I consider him as a mentor as well. And but from that perspective, if I look at the activities that he has been into the railway sector, that is mind blowing. And from that perspective, I wanted the people to know, दर्शकों को ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि भाई उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन रेलवे सेक्टर में कितना रहा है, दैट डेफिनेटली एवरीबडी शुड नो. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि हम लोग सिर्फ पढ़ते हैं अखबार में वगैरह, हाँ आज ये रेलवे का ये हो गया, आज रेलवे का ये हो गया, लेकिन उनके पीछे कौन कौन किसका किसका हाथ होता है, that is extremely important besides the political parties, right? So that is extremely important to know, and that is हमारा मेन उद्देश्य है भारत अन्वेषण का, कि लोगों के बारे में जानना और उनको लोगों तक पहुंचाना, यही हमारा उद्देश्य है. चलिए बातें करेंगे. आई नो यू आर एन इंजीनियर, एंड आपको ये इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से मिला कि भाई रेलवेज को सपोर्ट करना है?
Well, मेरी जो फर्स्ट जॉब थी उसमें one of the segment, in fact it was industrial segment, so one of the segment was railways. And
Okay.
when I started dealing with railways, and the product which I started liking was the locomotive. तो
Okay.
लोकोमोटिव देख के बड़ा एक्साइटमेंट होता था. और दिल्ली से आई यूज्ड टू ट्रेवल ओवरनाइट टू ए प्लेस कॉल्ड चितरंजन, आसनसोल चितरंजन. और
आसनसोल.
चितरंजन में लोकोमोटिव बनते थे. उन दिनों तो काफी फेमस था कि लोग आसनसोल क्यों जाते हैं. So I started going to Chitranjan, and when I started seeing making how the locos assembled, तो उससे excitement बढ़ गया. And फिर 1991 में I joined a company called Crompton for a specific railway activities, railway division of theirs, railway segment of theirs. और उसमें then I was involved in the various product development for railways, including traction machines, switchgear, transformers, जो electrical के main subject थे,
Means,
signaling के items. उसमें 8-9 साल काम करने के बाद from 2001 I was heading the division of railways in Crompton. तो excitement बढ़ता गया और excitement ऐसा रहा कि रेलवे में growth होती रही और हमारे साथ I also started growing. So I remember 2000 के अंदर the Crompton was the biggest player in railways in India, in the private sector. So we were doing about $15 million And when I left Crompton in 2007, we were touching almost like, if I remember, based on the dollar term, almost like 100 million business in railways. So it was a
Wow.
major railway thing. और एक बार रेलवेज में घुस गए तो रेलवे मैन बन के रह जाते हैं. So this is what happened to me. So once I was handling railway business, so everybody started branding me as the railway person,
Railway
railway
person.
supplier or railway person, you may say. That helped me because post Crompton, I started working as a project head for metros, and unfortunately, I could say the metro supplies in Delhi में हुई हैं, whether from 2001, 2002 onwards, that was supplied through my Japanese company, which was Mitsubishi, and later on by the company we later I joined, Bombardier. So almost काफी metro cars जो दिल्ली में चल रही हैं, I could say that I am somewhere involved in that. Plus जितना signaling system metro में है दिल्ली के अंदर, there also I am major contribution came from our company, which was Bombardier. So
Okay.
that I feel successful. That yes, the team with which I have worked, they have done well for metro system as well.
Excellent, excellent. बहुत अच्छी बातें बताई हैं because it's very important to know that how things transforms, right? One after another, one after another.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as you said, Siemens में $15 million dollar business होता था, when you left it is 100 million, so it is like almost six-fold or little more than that. So that's incredible growth for the company as well as for the industry itself.
Yeah.
And as an individual, that contribution makes a huge difference. चलिए बातचीत करते रहेंगे. I know उसके बाद में आपका आप 1 से 2 हो गए और डेफिनेटली आप अपना रेलवे में ही सफर किए होंगे. चलिए एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं.
हम दोनों तो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले, जीवन की हम सारी रस्में तोड़ चले. ए बाबू कहाँ जाइबो रे?
हम दोनों तो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले,
जीवन की हम सारी रस्में तोड़ चले. हम दोनों तो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले, जीवन की हम सारी रस्में तोड़ चले.
गाड़ी से कह दो चले तेज मंजिल है तू,
थोड़ा सफर का मजा लीजिए ऐ हुजूर.
गाड़ी से कह दो चले तेज मंजिल है तू,
अरे थोड़ा सफर का मजा लीजिए ऐ हुजूर.
देखो ना छेड़ो इस तरह,
रास्ता कटे फिर किस तरह. हम दोनों दो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले,
जीवन की हम सारी रस्में तोड़ चले.
जाना कहाँ है बता उस शहर का नाम,
ले चल जहाँ तेरी मंजिल ये तेरा है काम,
अरे जाना कहाँ है बता उस शहर का नाम.
ले चल जहाँ तेरी मंजिल ये तेरा है काम.
मुझ पे है इतना एतबार,
मैंने किया है तुमसे प्यार. हम दोनों तो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले,
जीवन जीवन की हम सारी रस्में तोड़ चले। ए, क्या सोच रही हो?
मैं
हाँ हाँ
कुछ भी तो नहीं।
बोलो ना कुछ तो।
ऐसा ना हो तू कभी छोड़ दे मेरा साथ,
फिर न कभी कहना दिल तोड़ने वाली बात।
ऐसा ना हो तू कभी छोड़ दे मेरा साथ।
अरे फिर न कभी कहना दिल तोड़ने वाली बात।
मैंने तो की थी दिल लगी,
अच्छा मैंने भी की थी दिल लगी।
हम दोनों
दो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले,
जीवन की
हम सारे रस्में तोड़ चले।
हम दोनों दो प्रेमी,
हम दोनों तो प्रेमी,
हम दोनों दो प्रेमी।
हम दोनों तो प्रेमी।
हम दोनों दो प्रेमी दुनिया छोड़ चले, beautifully sung by Lata ji and Kishore Kumar, beautifully composed by R.D. Burman from the movie अजनबी। राजेश खन्ना एंड जीनत अमन के ऊपर पिक्चराइज किया हुआ ये हम दोनों दो प्रेमी, मैंने ये गाना इसलिए चलाया क्योंकि हर्ष जी जो है अपना जिंदगी के उस दौर पर थे जब उन्होंने 1 से 2 होने की डिसीजन लिया और रेल में सफर किया साउथ की तरफ सफर करते हुए। चलिए आगे बढ़ाते हैं बातें हर्ष जी के साथ। आज हैं हम लोग भारत अन्वेषण कार्यक्रम में। भारत अन्वेषण का एक ही उद्देश्य है कि भाई लोगों को एक अच्छी चीजें एक एक्सप्लोर करना इंडिया के बारे में। और वैसे सब लोग जानते हैं ताजमहल क्या है, कुतुब मीनार क्या है और गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया क्या है, ये सारे चीज़ सबको पता होता है। लेकिन एक एक ऐसे यूनिक चीज़ जो पता होना अभी भी बहुत बाकी है, क्योंकि इंडिया इज सच ए ह्यूज कंट्री, सच ए डाइवर्सिफाइड कल्चर बेस्ड कंट्री। तो उसमें बहुत सारे चीज़ें जानना और सीखना बहुत ज़रूरी है। हम लोग तो छोटी सी एक हमारी कोशिश है भारत अन्वेषण कार्यक्रम के ज़रिए कि ऐसा एक चीज़ हम आप सबको लेके आए। तो आज हमारे बीच में मिस्टर हर्ष डिंगरा है जो रेलवे इंडस्ट्री में काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं और कर चुके हैं पहले से। जैसे उन्होंने बताया है कि जब उन्होंने एक कंपनी ज्वाइन की थी जो वन ऑफ हिज मेजर करियर में जो उनको काफ़ी अच्छा ब्रेक मिला है रेलवेज फोकस करते हुए, और $15 मिलियन से $100 मिलियन तक का उनका जो बिजनेस रेवेन्यू उस कंपनी के लिए लेके आए, दैट मेक्स ए ह्यूज डिफरेंस। जैसे बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें और वैसे ही आप वो इंडस्ट्री पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी अगर देखेंगे, इट्स ए ह्यूज डिफरेंस। एंड ऑल्सो इस जरिए क्या आपको मतलब आप ये साबित कर सकते हैं कि भाई उनमें ना काफ़ी टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट एक्टिविटी हुआ होएगा। तो चलिए आगे का एक क्वेश्चन हर्ष आपके लिए ये है, एज वी नो इंडिया में जो है रेलवे स्टार्टेड इन 1800s टाइम पीरियड, जैसे ब्रिटिश राज जब था तब ये रेलवेज वगैरह जो नेटवर्क वगैरह स्टार्ट हुआ। सो फ्रॉम दैट दोज डेज एंड नाउ how do you see our railway in which direction we are going? How you see the difference or how far we have come, in this field?
मैं तो I would say that railway in India started somewhere in 1850.
Okay.
And when I think the first line in Mumbai started in operation. But real sense में रेलवे का ग्रोथ हुआ है पोस्ट पार्टीशन, दैट इज पोस्ट 1947. बट देन आई वुड से आल्सो दैट पोस्ट 1991, after the Indian economy was opened up by the government, there was a major shift which has happened in the Indian railway system. And today if I see in India, it is the 4th largest rail network over the world. Top पे USA है, then we have China, then we have Russia, and then we have India. And I think about 125,000 kilometers का track है, and almost almost 70,000 kilometers route kilometers railway network is working. And mind it, when I say 70,000 route kilometers, we also have 7,000 plus railway stations. So railway station in a small township or a small village is a very important place.
Correct.
Though it is important also in the cities, but also in small townships, railway station also is a very important place. And if I see today in India, pre-COVID, I will not talk about last 2 3 years. Pre-COVID, 2019, we have 8 billion passengers used to travel in Indian Railways.
Wow.
8 billion is not a small number. 8
My God.
billion, 8 billion passengers, 13,000 plus passenger trains, 9,000 plus freight trains, ये चलती हैं Indian railway system के ऊपर. And what is the vision of Indian Railways? This 8 billion people who are traveling, they will touch 12 billion by year 2030. So for changing this 8 to 12 in 50% increase in the passenger traffic requires huge investment, which is required to be done in the Indian railway system. Unfortunately, what I've seen is this particular government has a focus on the capital investment on the infrastructure. And why I'm bringing this point, it is important for everybody to know in the last 8 years, the capital outlay for Indian Railways have almost gone 10 times. It used to be somewhere around 25,000 crores in 2013. And in this budget, it has come to 2,40,000 crores.
Wow. 10 times.
Even if I adjust the amount by inflation, still it has gone up by 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
And if they are going to make investment of 2,40,000 crores on the infrastructure, especially in railways, and my gut feeling is 20% goes in the labor. And if 20% goes in the labor, you can imagine the kind of job opportunities this kind of investment will create in the field of railways. So that is very important for people to understand that it is not only the people who are working within the railways, which currently is about 1.3 million people, but through this kind of investment, almost seven times people are also working, we're getting a direct or indirect employment because of infrastructure investment, which is going to be made in the Indian railway system. तो ये बड़ा important factor है, क्योंकि ये social factor है railways का, इसलिए important हो जाता है कि one side railway is growing, and for you to know, today railway is contributing almost 1.5% of the GDP, Indian GDP. और अगर इंडियन जीडीपी को अगर 6% से ग्रो करना है, तो फ्रेट लोडिंग और पैसेंजर लोडिंग को ऑलमोस्ट 7 to 8% से ग्रो करना पड़ेगा each year. And for that to happen, we require a huge investment in Indian Railways, which is happening. So I'm sure in the next about 4 to 5 years time, we will become number 3 in the Indian Railways in the world rail network, beating Russia. But for this also, new lines are being created. And fortunately, interesting point is that till I think 7 years back, it was 50% of the Indian railway network was on the diesel. Today, 83% of the network is on electrification. So what is the advantage of it is that you don't require diesel. Diesel, I think, as diesel requirement of Indian Railways has come down almost from 25 lakh kiloliters to 12 lakh kiloliters, because majority of the lines are now electrified. So from carbon emission point of view also, there has been a huge impact with this kind of decision which is taken by Indian Railways to electrify the complete railway network. This is almost, I would say, 81% of the railway network has been electrified. But the most important factor from commuter point is that आज भी people feel that yes, speed नहीं बढ़ी railways की. You remember 30 years back, we used to have passenger trains running at 25 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, I know.
और तब भी राजधानी चलती थी. राजधानी speed also used to be 80 to 85 kilometers per hour. Today also it is same speed. So there, I think their huge focus has now come in the railway system. They want to increase the speed limits. That is why new trains like Vande Bharat has come, which are running up to a maximum speed of 160 kilometers per hour. And what government has decided is that 2 of the rail lines, which is Delhi-Mumbai and Delhi-Howrah, in keep complete line ko they are shifting to, they are improving the infrastructure to make it suitable to run up to 160 kmph. And once they are able to see, then you can imagine Delhi-Mumbai today takes about 16 to 18 hours. Delhi-Mumbai can be done in 12 hours time, which will be a huge benefit for the commuters.
आई विल स्टॉप यू हियर बिकॉज बहुत सारे नंबर्स मेरे इसमें कंफ्यूज कर रहा है. सो आई वांट टू जस्ट रिलीज सम नंबर्स एंड टेक ए क्विक ब्रेक हियर. चलिए ये जरा गाना सुनते हैं एक ब्रेक लेके.
इश्क की पाँव के नीचे जन्नत होगी, जिनके सर हो इश्क की
चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 सारे इश्क की छाव चल छैया छैया सारे इश्क की छाव चल छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया चल छैया 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 वो यार है जो खुशबू की तरह जिसकी जुबान उर्दू की तरह मेरी शाम रात मेरी कायनात वो यार मेरा सैया सैया चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया
चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया.
गुलपोश कभी इतराए कहीं महके तो नजर आ जाए कहीं गुलपोश कभी इतराए कहीं महके तो नजर आ जाए कहीं तावीज बना के पहनूं उसे आयत की तरह मिल जाए कहीं तावीज बना के पहन उसे आयत की तरह मिल जाए कहीं गुलपोश कभी इतराए कहीं महके तो नजर आ जाए कहीं
तावीज़ बना के पहनूं से
वो यार है जो ईमान की तरह मेरा नगमा बोगी मेरा कलमा बोगी मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा कलमा कलमा मेरा नगमा कलमा मेरा नगमा 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 मेरा कलमा कलमा मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा कलमा कलमा यार मिसाले ओस चले पाँव के तले फिर दोस्त चले कभी डाल डाल कभी बात बात में हवा पे ढूंढूं उसके निशान सारे इश्क की छाव चल छैया छैया सारे इश्क की छाव चल छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया
Chal Chaiya Chaiya Ya Chaiya from the movie Dil Se, Maniratnam movie, beautifully composed by A.R. Rahman साहब, and of course सुखविंदर सिंह को कोई बीट नहीं कर सकता है ऐसे गाने में. So beautifully picturized also, and Shahrukh Khan and Malaika Arora. Anyways, coming back to आज मैंने काफ़ी जो भी सॉन्ग सिलेक्ट किए हैं ऑल ट्रेन बेस्ड सॉन्ग्स है, तो डेफिनेटली सुनिएगा, जाइएगा नहीं, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छे अच्छे गाने हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स इट मेक सेंस, क्योंकि थीम भी आज इंडियन रेलवेज के बारे में है, कैसा ग्रोथ हो रहा है. जैसे आपने सुना अभी पिछले जब बात हो रही थी, काफ़ी सारे नंबर्स थे, तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा वो नंबर में मैं गुम हो गया, इसलिए मैं ये एक ज़बरदस्त गाना सुनना चाहता था, इसलिए ये गाना मैंने प्रेजेंट किया. चलिए हमारा गुफ्तगू चलती रहेगी अभी मिस्टर हर्ष ढिंगरा के साथ, जो इस कंट्री में, जो इंडिया में जो है कंट्री चीफ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव रह चुके हैं फॉर बम्बार्डियर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. तो हर्ष जी, थोड़ा बम्बार्डियर के बारे में कुछ दो बातें.
Okay, Bombardier, when I was working, it was Bombardier, but now this company has been taken over by Alstom. Bombardier basically was a Canadian company. So they make the aeroplanes as well as trains.
Okay.
So trains headquarter was in Berlin and the aerospace headquarter was in Canada, but it was purely a Canadian company. Again, I think last 1.5 to 2 years and now it has become a French company, which is Alstom. But when I left, it was Bombardier. And when we were there, we were supplying the trains, so the metro cars to Delhi Metro, signaling system to Delhi Metro. We were supplying the propulsion equipment, loco equipment to CLW and DLW. And the best part was Bombardier was the first company who has started exporting metro cars or the rail coaches from India to Australia.
Wow.
So that was the first time it has happened that a private player has started exporting the trains from India to Australia. And that was the city of Brisbane.
So when you say exporting from India to Australia means Bombardier had manufacturing in India?
Yes, we were doing manufacturing in India, and with that manufactured cars, we were selling it to
Australia
in Brisbane. And this factory was in Gujarat, and today is a part of Alstom factory. And similarly, Alstom also has exported cars to Sydney. So I think Alstom or earlier elsewhere Bombardier, both were exporters of the cars from India to Australia. So which is a good sign that Indian manufactured cars and the quality standards maintained by the Indian engineers as well as Indian technicians has been well respected in the international community.
That's
so
incredible.
Which is a good sign. Which is a good sign. Yeah.
Yes. So दर्शकों को बताएं, कार्स इज यहाँ पे रेफर किया जाता है या कोचेस, जो हम लोग कंपार्टमेंट जो बोलते हैं.
कई लोग इंडिया में उसको बोगीज भी बोलते हैं.
करेक्ट. इन नॉर्मल आवर डे टू डे लैंग्वेज बोगीज बोलते हैं, कंपार्टमेंट बोलते हैं, कोचेस बोलते हैं. सो बट इन द टेक्नोलॉजी वर्ल्ड इट इज कॉल्ड एज कार्स. चलिए ठीक है,
मेट्रो कार्स.
मेट्रो कार्स. So these metro cars, when you brought to India, when it was brought to India, how difficult was it to bring it to India?
See, I will tell you my experience. It was not only related to Bombardier, because earlier I was also working as a Mitsubishi, leading the consortium of Korean and Indian company. Okay. And that time also we had manufactured the cars in Korea and subsequently assembled the cars in India, where majority of the components were coming from outside. It was pure assembly which was done. And in Bombardier also, the first contract was taken somewhere in 2008. And that time also, majority of the material was coming from outside and assembly was done in India. And here I am just like to highlight the strength of the Indian industry as well as the Indian engineers. Today, you will be surprised that almost 85% of the material which is used in manufacture or assemblies of metro cars or locomotives are made in India.
Wow.
Earlier it was only 20 to 30%. Over the last 10 years, it has reached 85%.
Great.
So which makes the product made in India, designed in India, and supplied in India and used by Indians. This is one of the best things which has happened with the international players who have come to India, that they have created this setup, the manufacturing setup in India. and people have taken advantage of it. So Indian industry got the advantage, and customer got the advantage, as well as the industries the multinationals who have set up the factories in India, they got the business in India, which is a good
Excellent.
sign.
Absolutely. I think that also, blends with the slogan that, make in India slogan
in
jo
India.
hai.
Make in
Yes.
India.
And I think that's very good. And also it will support the Indian economy itself. You don't have to
Yes,
really
yes.
depend much on the external market. You can be self-sustainable, for your own usage, and create a lot of job opportunities. But in spite of all these, still there is a big void in the job market that we see in the Indian industry. But I think the railways will add more and more employment opportunities
Yes.
for the engineering people, which is good. So when it was getting electrified, or electrification, right, from the locos technology, jo pehle, you used to use the coals to run the engines. So
Yeah.
what was the how do I put it, like, how was the reaction of the people, how was the acceptance level of that particular technology in the Indian market? How difficult was it to get into electrification?
Let me put it like this. 50 years back, we had more of steam locomotives and diesel locomotives than electric engines. Electric
Paris.
engines started manufacturing somewhere in 1965, 1966. And till then, again, diesel continued because diesel was available cheaper internationally. So Indian continued to manufacture diesel locomotives as well as electric locomotives. So it was almost 50-50, 50% diesel, 50% electric. But when the oil prices went up, and huge import bill of oil was there, and there was a pressure from the climate perspective also to reduce the carbon emission. So government of India decided that now onwards we should make only electric locomotives. Now almost 90% electric locomotives are made and 10% are diesel. And also this 90% has come up because they have electrified the majority of the routes. Almost 84% of the route has been electrified in India, which helps because you are able to use those electric locomotives manufactured in India. And over the last 30 years, there are 3 technologies which have been adopted by Indian Railways. पहले एक 60s में adopt की थी, दूसरी 90s में adopt हुई, which was given by ABB, and subsequently name was changed to Bombardier. And now a new technology which has come from Alstom, and recently a contract has been given to Siemens also. So all these technologies have come to India, but again I am saying this technology and design has come from India, but manufacturing is done in India. That is a good sign.
That is a very, very value added point, I think, and definitely an underline कर सकते हैं उस पॉइंट को. चलिए बातचीत करेंगे एक और छोटा सा ब्रेक के बाद.
तुमसे प्यारा कौन, हमको तो तुमसे है हे कंचन, अरे हे कंचन प्यार. अरे होगा तुमसे प्यारा कौन, हमको तो तुमसे है हे कंचन, ओ प्यार. हो ऊंचे घर वाली हो या गलियों की रानी, कोई हो तुम रहती हो कहीं. हो ऊंचे घर वाली हो या गलियों की रानी, कोई हो तुम रहती हो कहीं. तुमसे बढ़ के यारा कौन, हमको तो तुमसे है कांची, अरे हे कांची ओ प्यार। ओ देखो इन आंखों में ये सूरत है किसकी, हो एक नजर तो देखो कम से कम। देखो इन आंखों में ये सूरत है किसकी, हो एक नजर तो देखो कम से कम। आखिर है हमारा कौन, हमको तो तुमसे है हे कांची, अरे हे कांची ओ प्यार। बतलाओ ओ जाए भी तो जाए हम कहाँ। ओ कहते हो के जाओ लेकिन बतलाओ ओ जाए भी तो जाए हम कहाँ। ऐसा दिल का मारा कौन, हमको तो तुमसे है कांची, अरे बाबा हे कांची हो प्यार। अरे होगा तुमसे प्यारा कौन, हमको तो तुमसे है हे कांची, अरे हे कांची प्यार।
होगा तुमसे प्यारा कौन फ्रॉम द मूवी जमाने को दिखाना है। ऋषि कपूर and Padmini Kolhapure have played very beautifully in this movie. R.D. Burman again, and Nasir Hussain was the director and producer. चलिए आगे चलते हैं हमारे ये गुफ्तगू मिस्टर हर्ष डिंगरा के साथ जो आज कर रहे हैं इंडियन रेलवेज एंड द डेवलपमेंट। तो इनफैक्ट वी लर्न लॉट ऑफ things as of now, लेकिन let's also talk about little bit on the metro network side. So how do you put ourselves, means Indian metro network system compared to the external world like Western world hua ya other foreign countries which are much advanced or so and so forth?
Right, Rajiv. I think here I will give you two comparisons.
Okay.
First comparison is how the metro network has evolved in India.
Okay.
So first metro system got in operation in 2002. I am just keeping Kolkata metro out because we have a lot of issues with the Kolkata metro. We started somewhere in 85, 86. But I will start with 2002 when the Delhi metro started. So from 2002 to 2013, we had 200 kilometers of network which was created. From 2014 to 2022, additional about 500 plus kilometers of network was created. So in 10 years, 200 kilometers, next 10 years, 500 kilometers, and the coming 5 years, we are going to create additional about 750 kilometers. So you have seen the exponential growth of metro network in India, which has happened in the last 20 years. This is primarily driven by the fact that majority of the networks in India are promoted by the central government, where central government is contributing towards the equity for that. That is why
Okay.
this has grown. And also financial institutions are almost funding up to 40% of the money for the projects which are for the urban development, especially on the metros. So, which is guaranteed by the central government, so which is giving a good benefit. Now, if I make a comparison of the Indian metro system with the worldwide, it will be good to understand the city-wise where this comparison is.
Right, right.
So today the largest network in Delhi, in India, is Delhi, which is somewhere around 350 plus kilometers. But if I make a comparison with the world cities, today Delhi is 11th in the rank with
Okay.
350 kilometers. And first among these other top 10, because Delhi is number 11, 6 are from China.
Okay. Oh,
So if I take out China, because China, Shanghai, Beijing, you have Guangzhou, you have
yeah.
Shenzhen. So many cities are there which are having a metro network, extensive metro network. But outside China,
China.
we only have Seoul, New York, Tokyo, and Moscow, which are bigger than Delhi Metro. But after Delhi Metro Phase 4 is implemented in 2 years down the line, I expect Delhi Metro will be almost the 7th largest in the world. So you can imagine with this kind of exponential growth which is happening in the metro segment, with so much investment going in, so there is an opportunity for industry. Why I'm always promoting industry is because there's an opportunity for industry to grow along with that.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah, yeah.
So that's how
So,
the comparison is, how India has evolved, how it has compared with the world cities.
wow, excellent, Harsh. I think we have learnt a lot today about Indian railways and the development, and that too including metros. And I'm very happy because whenever I go to India, whenever I see in Delhi the metros running, the first thing which comes in front of my eyes is that is Harsh Dhingra. Yeah, because I know that you have been playing a very pivot role in development of Indian Railways activities on the technology front. I'm talking about, and I know it is a big challenge with such a large democratic country, India being, and we have several political parties, we have several opinions, we have several judgmental forces which impact the decision of the technocrats who would like to do so many things, activities, but still we are able to swim through all this rough weather and try to bring more and more technology driven the commuting activities to the Indian normal people. That is great, and really hats off to you, Harsh, being a part of this great technology in the Indian Railways and great contribution of yours. And I'm I feel very proud that in being associated with you for the last 30 plus years, that here is a man whom I always can refer, whom I always can talk about, that who has done so much good to the country, and besides being himself working so hard and bringing so many positive things to the world. So Harsh, we are almost 5 minutes shy of our show, and do you have a few words to say, anything to the general our audience?
So first of all, Rajiv, thank you for inviting me. I think it's my pleasure to be part of your show. A lot of things can be said about railway system. I think I don't want to bore you with the numbers, but numbers always speak. Numbers speak
always
than
speak.
anything else.
That is
Numbers
true.
speak than anything else. But I think one of the important statement which I would like to make here is that if you believe in India growth story,
Yeah.
you have to believe in the infrastructure development which is happening in India, and railway is one of the strong pillar of that. Rail network. When I say railway, I said rail network, which includes railways as well as metro. If this segment grows, then the Indian economy grows. And fortunately, we are seeing it in the last 20 years, and especially in the last 8 to 10 years, the growth in this segment is very high.
Very
And
nice.
which, as you rightly said, gives an opportunity for the industry to expand. Today, just for you to know, today, majority of the companies who are supplying to railways, either equipment or system or the project, they are using almost 80 to 90% of the capex is being used by them, which is a good sign. Means there is an employment opportunities created by this infrastructure development which is happening. So if you believe in India, if you believe in India growth, if India has to continue grow at 6 to 8%, this segment of rail and metro has to grow. Unfortunately, it is growing, and I'm pretty sure in the next 10, 15, I'm very highly optimistic about it. The next 10, 15 years is a real growth in the rail segment in India. So these are my final statement for you. And
Thank you
also,
very much.
and also, let me also compliment on your initiative or Explore India.
Thank
In
you.
Explore India, railway is one of the segments you rightly have selected. And please continue to do a good job and
Thank you.
promoting India in USA as well as worldwide. So very
Thank you,
well done,
Harsh.
Rajiv.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very much. So दर्शकों को बताएं, next week we have a live entertainment for you people for 2 hours or 1.5 to 2 hours. मन चाहे गीत लेके आ रहे हैं. It will be by me and Shruti Bide, who is a wife of Sandeep Sadanandappa, who is man behind all my events and programs through his company A&V Perspective. So आपको कभी भी बैंगलोर में किसी इवेंट आप कर रहे हो, आपको अगर A&V के मीन्स ऑडियो एंड वीडियो और विजुअल्स का ज़रूरत है, डेफिनेटली संदीप से कांटेक्ट करिए. उनका कांटेक्ट चाहिए तो मेरे को कांटेक्ट करिए, डेफिनेटली आपको मिल जाएगा. एंड ही इज़ ए ग्रेट मैन बिहाइंड द कर्टन्स टू सपोर्ट यू. जब भी वो रहता है तो मेरे को कोई चिंता नहीं होती है मेरे ऑडियो वीडियो और विजुअल्स में. सो विद दैट सेड, हर्ष, वन मोर time, thank you so much for your valuable time. And
Thank you.
I wish you all the best and good wishes, and do keep doing good work for the Indian Railways and for the Indian people. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. रोते हंसते बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. प्यार करते करते हम तुम कहीं खो जाएंगे, इन्हीं बहारों के आंचल में थक के सो जाएंगे. प्यार करते करते हम तुम कहीं खो जाएंगे, इन्हीं बहारों के आंचल में थक के सो जाएंगे. सपनों सजाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. बीच राह में दिलबर बिछड़ जाए कहीं हम मगर और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर। बीच राह में दिलबर बिछड़ जाए कहीं हम मगर और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर। हम लौट आएंगे तुम यूं ही बुलाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। रोते हंसते बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना।
जुबां खामोश रखो, कुछ बातें इनको कहने दो। जुबां खामोश रखो, कुछ बातें इनको कहने दो। जो राज दिल में है उस दिल में ही रहने दो, जो राज दिल में